Hey gang, welcome back to another episode of Hardcore Minecraft with me, Golden Demon. So today, well, first off, let's go into a little bit of real life discussions here, right? So I don't know that I'm going to be able to get 3 videos out this week. I'm going to try. We'll see. I ended up going yesterday to the Final Fantasy pre-release for Magic the Gathering and spent, 3-4 hours there. The normal 3-4 hours that I would spend recording videos and editing on my weekends. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm starting out my Sunday here, and we'll see how far I get and how much video I get recorded and how much I can edit before the days end up passing me by. But yeah, it was really fun. I highly recommend it. The set is full of flavor. And if you're a Magic person, definitely go open some packs. It's full of fun. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to spoil anything for you if you're the type of person that likes to open a pack and be surprised. But yeah, the flavor is on point. Back to Minecraft. So, in my last episode, I went over the bedrock breaking, right? In the episode before that, we made the slime farm that's right down there. That all kind of happened together. I was making that portal right down there. You see the tip of my sword? I was making that portal and trying to get my nether travel up in order so that I could go from here to back to the base pretty easily. Yeah, because coming out here for the witch farm is obviously going to be a thing. And then slime. The slime might need to be a little bit more often than originally anticipated because I made the farm a little small. So we'll need to be able to travel out here quickly. And that also sets us up for long-term infrastructure so that we have a way to travel to anywhere that we want to go quickly and easily by using the nether roof and our handy dandy wings. Yep. That will make everything just that little bit easier when we need to go to, anywhere we want to go. Pretty much that's kind of a standard late game tactic for most Minecraft servers. Now, I don't know about people, individuals. If you're just running your own Minecraft world, maybe you don't get up on the top of the nether roof. But gold farms are just going to go bananas when you put them on the top of the nether on the roof, because it's you can get away from all the other mobs spawning without having to do hours and hours and hours of mob proofing in the nether. There's different methods of doing that. You can, you use buttons. I know a lot of people use wood buttons all over the place because that will turn off a spawning. You can actually use lighting. You can just go through and light it up. And then you can also, I know a lot of people that have used TNT. You just blow up TNT in random places, and because you're on another waste, because you should be, if you're building a gold farm, you should be on another waste. So on the, you just set off a piece of TNT, and that makes fires, which give light. And since it's on netherrack, the fires are, burn forever. So you just set off TNT here and there, and that removes some terrain and lights up a bunch of other terrain. So it's a feasible technique if you really need to stay on the nether, stay underneath the roof. So anyway, let's get into today's episode. First off, we're going to check to see how well these farms have done for us, and maybe take some slime back if we have some room for it. Let's Let's do a little bit of organizing in our inventory here and see if we can make some room. Oh boy, look at all the slime. You know, I'm going to put down a second shulker box to help me with the first. Let's see, there's 12 more, 14 more. Let's go ahead and pull this one out and see if we can load some junk into here. That'll do. So not quite a full shulker box of slime. That is pretty darn good for just my first little AFK session. I haven't even really done a long session here yet, so that's actually really solid. Let's go put together a bee farm. Sir, you're lost. Okay, we've done a little bit of sorting now, and we have our 4 shulker boxes that are empties. We've got a couple more colored shulker boxes now. We've got blocks of iron. I did one of stone. We've got our ender pearls and leaves. We probably need to get more food. And yeah. Oh, and I put a full shulker box of slime balls in here. Well, actually, it's not full. It probably could be. Here, let's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of switching around. Just some little bit of space saving. That's almost a full shulker box of slime balls. And we'll just keep that in our mob drop box as opposed to in our ender chest. So, bees. We have this nest has 3. I love that they I love that update. I don't know when they changed it, but it's so nice being able to just hover over the nest and know exactly how many bees are in it. So we've got 3, 2, and 2. That is plenty to start a little farm for us. So we need the bees, right? We'll need some hoppers and some redstone. We've got that in our ender chest. We'll need bottles, right? Let's see here. We've got some, but we're going to need a lot more. I might end up going back to the witch farm and AFKing before we get this fully up and running. Now we need flowers. We've got 6 dandelions. I'd rather them be 1 high flowers. Not. Oh, there we go. There we got poppies. We'll just do everything in poppies because those come from the iron farm, so they're easily obtainable. Oh, that's where this dye is. Interesting. Where am I going to keep dye? For now, let's put you all in here. And then we need a building block. I think for the inside of the farm, we're probably just going to use stone stuff. And then the outside of the farm, we might make look cute. Might try like a a black and yellow kind of thing. Maybe we'll make some concrete to make black and yellow concrete, and that will give us an interesting uh, color to use out in our area out here. Now, where do we want to build it? I'm thinking it's not going to be large. Maybe we clear out this area right up here and we build our little bee farm right up there. I think that's a good idea. Let's do that. Oh, I almost forgot how we were getting in and out of our base. Okay, a little clearing. That should be plenty of room for our little teeny tiny bee farm. Oh, we're going to need dirt to plant the poppies on. We're standing right here next to a mountain of dirt. No big deal. We just need 3 pieces. I don't think we're going to make the farm more than the little bit of bee nests that I have. I don't think we're going to do the thing where I craft up and, make a huge farm. I only need little bits of honey here and there. I forgot I need some glass. So if I remember right, you have a line of bee nests. In front of that, you have your 3 pieces of dirt or grass or whatever, and that's where your flowers are. And behind that is where all the magic happens with the redstone. Hoppers underneath. I can't remember. It might need to be hopper minecart. I think it does, because you have to. Yeah, it has to shear, and sometimes it can pop out the front, or not shear, but bottle, and shear either way. But sometimes that'll pop out the front, and then when it does that, it doesn't get picked up by the hopper underneath. So yeah, we have to do a hopper minecart. Dang, I didn't want to do that. That's okay though. We'll be fine. But nice tiny hopper minecart, because we only needed to go 3. Honestly, we could probably just do. Oh, let's do stationary. I wonder if we can put a stationary in the middle, and if everything would drop down. Let's set up a little base here of operations. That's all our supplies to do the build. And we'll just keep the junk in our inventory for now. Huh. Okay, so if I did one like that, it wouldn't work. Okay. Well, there's that. Okay. So my worry was that with this on, it's off. Now it's on. Maybe I'll try it again. My worry is with that lever on, or with that power rail on top of the hopper, it's going to lock it. Okay, good. It doesn't. as long as it's powered like this, which, you know, we could probably just keep that. So yeah, so then, okay. So here's the thought process. There's the flowers. We might take this all down one more level. There's the flowers, right? Let's say these droppers up here would be the bee nests. And then there's a bunch of redstone back here that activates and makes sure these are full of glass bottles and all that kind of stuff. Or no, not these. These would be the bee nests. There'd be a dispenser behind it that would be full of glass bottles or shears, right? And then there's a solid block above this. Oh, the solid block being another dropper. Because what we're doing here. Oh, okay. There we go. What we're doing there is going to be a dropper elevator that'll take it up just 2 or 3 blocks so that I can have a chest up above. Yeah, that should work okay. Then it won't be large. Like I said, it'll just be a little 3. Honey and honeycomb are really quick resources, and we won't need much of it. So 3 bee nests will be plenty. Yeah, with collection sorted, we can move on to getting it like fully installed and updated here. Like I said, though, we're going to go down one more, I think. Best look away. We need redstone comparators. 64 comparators. See, because for this, we need to compare out the bee nests. And what that will do is the comparator signal for a bee nest throws off a signal when it's full of honey. And then from there, it will run down or up. I think up. Yeah. So we run the signal 1, 2, and then up a shoe. I don't know how we go up. I can't remember. I got to remember that. And then we come over to here. And then this is a dispenser. I've got 4. That's almost perfect. And the 4 dispensers point down, not up. Let's see here. Okay. We'll go boop, boop, boop. Nice and easy to install them that way. Okay, that does not power that. How do we do the up and backwards thing? That is something. That's what it was. Had to go find out. So it's not a repeater at all. The deal is it's a slab. A slabby jibby. Oh, that's what it is too, yeah. I forgot about this. You need the solid blocks behind it to read out um, the honey nests. So then from there, we go boop, boop, boop. Oh, I said boop, boop, boop. Okay. And then we go. Nope. That was dumb. And then we do 3 lines of redstone. And then we got to do a step up on the slabs. We need a guide block for the slabs. So let's go boop, boop, boop back here. Like so. And then it steps up one more time. Yeah. Something like this. So then this gives a comparator signal and it hops up the slabs and then goes that way. And then that will make the dispensers fire. The dispenser's going to fire bottles for the time being. Oh, no, we do need honeycomb. We need honeycomb for our... That's how you stop the aging on copper. Okay, so we'll probably do 2 that are bottles and 1 that's honeycomb. You again? Okay, and now I need to remember how to do a dropper Vader. I think that's a comparator off the bottom one, and then what do you call it? Observers looking at the comparator and straight up a line. I don't think it's too difficult, but I need to refresh my memory. So let's go ahead and dig this out a little bit. Nice. It's exactly what I wanted to happen. So now we still have the... Well, it's not down there right now because I botched and destroyed it. But we still have the hopper mine cart. Where's he at? There he is. Okay. He's in there. He's moving back and forth. He's jetting back and forth. He's going to pick up anything that gets dropped. Right? And then when something gets dropped in there, let's go ahead and seal this up. We'll get up here. See, when anything gets dropped in there, anywhere in there, it gets loaded into the hoppers and spat out. Takes a while if it's a lot of picking up, but since it's a bee farm, there won't be a lot of picking up. It'll pick up 1 bottle at a time or 1 honeycomb at a time or however many it is. It's not that many. So, and then it'll drop them off. It's not going to overwhelm this system. It'll be fine. So yeah, so they go up to there and we need a chest now. Do we have more chests? Yep. We're just going to put a single double chest right here. We'll just do it on that. And then this dropper will just spit straight into the chest. Like so. Nice. Let's do bottles in 2. And now let's just go over a little bit of theory. So the dispensers have to be full. That's a very important fact. Because what happens, now I guess this one doesn't. Yeah, I don't think the shears need to be full, but you might as well. The bottles definitely need to be, because what'll happen is if there's an empty spot and the dispenser fires to grab honey, it'll put honey in this spot. Like it will just grab it and put it back. When everything is full, it hits the nest and drops the honey bottle. And then that's where our collection system picks it up and puts it in the chest. Otherwise, you end up with a dispenser that ends up with honey in a lot of spots, and then the whole system breaks. So let's put in our bees. I don't think they can go out the side. I think they have to go out the front. Oh, look at that. I got up. Yep, right away. There we go. Huh. That's not behavior we want. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe that's enough. That'll give them a little room to work. And we probably need to do the thing where we breed them up a little bit. Yes, hi. 1, 2. And that's why I need the double door, because they tend to bunch up and get right in the doorway. Either way, that's working. We will work on, optimizing their pathing and whatnot at some point. Maybe. Depends if it's needed. It might not be needed. Either way, we're getting honey and comb right now. Let's go and AFK the witch farm and maybe get enough bottles. I think very soon we're going to need a gold farm. Not necessarily for the gold, but for the drops. Or nothing. You just said not necessarily for the gold. No, not necessarily for the gold, but for the XP. So I think this is going to do it for today's episode. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time in Hardcore Minecraft. Bye.